In this excerpt from Gathering Family, the year is 1904. The place, Slonim, a city of about 15,000, in an area of Eastern Europe annexed by Russia from Poland. Sarah Kadishevitz, a 22-year-old laundress, has need of a husband. She speaks. It was time for me to marry. It was beyond time for me to marry. I hired a Yenta, a marriage broker, to arrange my match, as was the custom. I have a small dowry, Mrs. Gorevsky, so I am not poor, but I am not wealthy either. I work at a laundry, so I can earn a living and support a husband. Can you find me one, Mrs. Gorevsky?
You are not a beauty, Sarah, and your dowry is small. Finding you a husband will be difficult. You know Avram, the butcher's son. His parents think it's time for him to marry.
Oh, God, Mrs. Gorevsky, he's only 14 years old. And he smells from guts. Please keep looking. And, Mrs. Gorevsky, I'd be so grateful if he's handsome. She found me a match. A fine, studious 22-year-old man named Benjamin Datlevitsky from a nearby farm town, Zatlava. Since I was born and lived my life in Slonim, no one in Zatlava had ever seen me.
I need a picture of you, Sarah, so the Datlevitsky family can see what you look like.
I went to a photographer and spent half a week's salary to have my picture taken. I chose a picture in profile. I had arranged my hair in a large bun at the nape of my neck. My neck was my best feature. It was my only best feature. Days later, the Yenta came running into the laundry.
Sarah! The picture shows only the left side of your face. The Datlevitskys think the right side of your face must be scarred. We have to go show them you are not disfigured.
With the horse pulling the wagon as fast as it could, the Yenta and I raced up to the Zatlava. I sat quietly in the parlor of the Datlevitsky house, balancing a cup of hot tea on my nervous knees. Every once in a while, one of the Datlevitsky brothers or sisters walked slowly by the parlor door, examining my face as they passed. I couldn't help but smile. And then a young man appeared in the parlor door. He was slim and dark, with shiny black eyes and apple cheeks. This beautiful young man was going to be my husband. I didn't know his mother had other ideas.
I longed for a family that was mine. My parents, Israel and Rachel Datlevitsky, agreed. I needed a wife. My mother found a Yenta to locate me a proper bride.
Mrs. Gorevsky, she's got to be at least from Slonim, or better, Vilna, or Minsk, someplace important. A woman with a dowry, an educated woman who can read, write, cook, and clean, and of course, a woman who wants a large family.
That's all, Mrs. Datlevitsky? What, she shouldn't be able to walk on water? A few weeks later, the Yenta had made a match and had a picture of Sarah delivered to my parents. When the picture arrived, my younger sister Golda looked at it, horrified.
Why would she send a picture of only the left side of her face? Maybe the right side isn't so good. Maybe the right side has horrible blotches, or a big black mole, or a strawberry birthmark.
My mother asked the Yenta to bring Sarah to the house. I stood in the parlor doorway, willing Sarah to turn her head toward me. As if she sensed me there, she turned her head and stared into my eyes. I could not move. Slowly, Sarah's face changed from nervousness to curiosity, and then to tenderness. After they left, my mother sat me down.
She's such a plain girl, Benjamin. With no parents, no family, and no status. A laundress, a tiny dowry. Such a plain girl. Not for you, Benjamin, not for you. You can do better. We will find you a good wife.
No, the Yenta has already found me a good wife. I want to marry her.
You defy your mother and father?
Mother, she is my besheret. My mother stared at me, speechless at my disrespect. She was not going to relent. I left the house and went to find Sarah at the laundry. Pardon me, I said to the laundry owner. I would appreciate if you told Sarah Kadishevitz that Benjamin Datlevitsky would like a moment of her time. The laundry owner looked me over as if appraising my intentions. I must have passed the test because a few moments later, Sarah appeared at the door. Will you take a walk with me, Sarah?
We walked down to the Sharna, a sturdy little river that ran through Slunum and then worked its way 200 kilometers west to the Polish border and 200 kilometers east into the Russian heartland. Along the river were picnic benches. We sat in the twilight, side by side, facing the river and the passing boats.
The Yenta says we would make a good match, I began.
I said nothing.
And I agree with her.
Again, I said nothing.
Sarah, please, tell me if you agree. I couldn't breathe as I waited for her response. Finally she spoke, slowly, carefully, without looking at me.
Will you be a good husband, Benjamin? Will you be my friend? Will you care for me when I grow old? Will you love our children?
Yes, Sarah, yes. I will do all that and more. A pause. Then her hand, which had been resting on the bench next to mine, moved imperceptibly over, her pinky finger stretching out to touch mine. A bold violation of Shomer Negia, no touching. I waited. Only then did she turn to me.
Then I will be your wife, Benjamin.
I went back to my flat, changed into my...
That's me.
I'm sorry.
I went back to my flat.
Oh, yes.
And changed into my only good dress. I found Russian chamomile for a bouquet, even though it was early April. No time for the mikveh, or hair, or nail cutting. No time to invite family or friends.
I took her to the Slonim synagogue and paid Grand Rabbi Judah Vinokovsky the fee for marriage.
As the rabbi pronounced the Shiva Bracha, I thought about my life with Benjamin.
Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu.
How much love we would share.
Yotzer ha'adam.
Living together.
Vehitkon lo mimenu.
Holding ourselves after we consecrated the marriage.
Sameach chatan b'vaneh.
Rejoicing with children.
Sameach tsamach reim avuvim.
Holding our firstborn.
Kol mitzalot chatanim.
Starting a laundry business.
Borei pri hagafen.
Happy together.
I moved my things out of the yeshiva and into Sarah's flat.